Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be in this weird, wide, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Salem by Night. What does it mean to run forever? Does that mean that your feet will eventually give out into bloody ruins and you must continue to drag yourself along? Does that mean that you will never reach your destination and will always have that inner thirst to find your way? In many ways, our two protagonists currently are experiencing this very sensation, for they are escaping. They have run into the deep forest, away from that thing that would sit on high and call them naught but slave. They run, and they run, along a cobbled path through what appears to be an endless expanse of forest. The forest itself has 1,000 mocking smiles and 1,000 eerie eyes that look down and pierce and penetrate them. And we go to our antagonists now, as they stand in a clearing, panting, tired, surrounded by all sides.
I don't remember which way the old lady said to go.
That's because she didn't say where to go from here. Just this way.
Character will, put an ear out and strain to listen to the forest. Panting.
Far, far distant, not near, but coming closer, you hear the sound of hunting horns.
Those are not ours. That's something from the woods following us.
Yeah. Forward and forward and forward. I don't know, we've been running this way, it seems like a real long time. You sure she wasn't putting us on?
I don't know, make a right.
As you turn around the right-hand corner, you find yourself stood, looking up at what appears to be a tall signpost with various different prongs that point off in different directions, each having something scrawled on them.
Uh, well, what do you think they say? I don't know what language that is.
As you look, the language that, as I said, appears to be nothing but a series of scrolls starts to move, starts to change, starts to metamorphise until it is perfectly readable to your eyes. One says somewhere, two says anywhere, and three says nowhere.
Well, I'm not trying to go nowhere in particular, but anywhere is better than here. So, I'll go towards anywhere.
I'll follow.
You race down the path that says anywhere. This road appears to be more well kept than the others. The branches appearing on either sides are not so close, not licking upon your skin anymore. No, no, no. As you race down it once again, the horns seem to be growing ever closer.
Alright, so give me just a second. I'm going to try and spin fate or whatever in our favor. So, as to give us a little bit of a boost against these hunters as we run down this road. So, I'm going to try to activate this hearth contract here as soon as I get it up.
Take your time.
Alright. So, spending a glamour, doing fickle fate. Subject to fickle fate makes the roll for his next actively attempted instant action, whatever it is, at -2 penalty. So I'm just gonna try to run real fast at -2 difficulty, I
Okie
guess.
dokie. As you proceed, as you proceed down the road, whipping past tree after tree after tree, you see up ahead of you a single individual sitting on the side of the road, dressed in what would almost be described as a brown monk's habit, his eyes downcast at the road. You.
I'll bellow at him and get out of the way, monk. And like, I guess
If he hears you, he doesn't appear to care. He's not sitting in the road. He's sitting off to one side, somewhat up against.
Alright, so I will just continue running at the horns. Sound like they're getting closer. I'll just, like, kind of stare at him as I run by.
Okay. I'll spend 2 glamour, and I need to roll athletics and weird. Jake, can you roll 6 dice?
Mm-hmm. Alright, you got no successes.
Okay. Cool.
Or do ones not take away in New World or something?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
Evan? Hey, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Do ones take away in New World?
No, they don't.
Oh, never mind. You got 1 success then, PJ.
Okay. Then I gain an extra dot of strength, which adds to my speed.
Okie dokie. As you run past him, the seated figure looks up immediately. His hood falls back down, and you see a face. However, it's not really truly a face. There are no eyes to see. There is no nose to smell. There is just a great mouth, like the size of a crescent moon that splits from ear to ear. Within, there are sharpened teeth that almost resemble fangs. And he smiles at you, and he says, "You know not where you're running to. The destination is no closer."
Trying to go anywhere.
But that, my friend, is not somewhere now, is it? The road is somewhere. The tree is somewhere. What you're seeking is a place.
Well, I ain't got nowhere to go. It's my old home. I don't know where that is. It's been so long. And my new home, I just think I got myself kicked out of.
Home is where the heart is. Can you not follow its rat-a-tat-tat?
I'll listen for rat-a-tat-tatting.
You want to go home. One who was born elsewhere but now stands here before me. You must simply find the elsewhere that you seek.
Alright, so, I'm gonna make some kind of survival roll or something.
Okie dokie.
To try to get the hell out of here. Figure out a good way to go. So I'll do it at -2 difficulty. Do you think wits or perception or something?
Wits.
No perception.
Wits is probably the best. Wits, yeah.
One success.
Well, you think about what he's saying, and he's saying that you need to think of a place to go, or else you're not going to get anywhere.
Oh, I want to go to America.
Alright, so when he says America, instantly I picture my old hometown of Salem.
Ah, you've got it! Now run, little ones, they're fast on your heels.
Since we're both huge, I just gotta shrug and continue running.
Yeah, me too. I'm
You
paying.
come to what one can only describe as the end of the road, aka the place where the pale cobblestones that you're running on finish, and before you there is a great expanse of brambles and thorns that stretch off into the distance.
Well, I'll put my hand on my compatriot Kadar's shoulder here. I'll give him a little slap on the shoulder and be like, "If you make it through, come look me up in Salem. Assuming we come out on the same side." And then he'll dive into the hedge.
Me too.
The brambles.
Actually, as I dive in, can I make some sort of intelligence occult, because I have a specialty in cautionary tales, to see what I have heard to watch out for while trying to navigate the hedge home? Should I ever make it this far?
Yes.
Alright, sweet. Got one.
Okay. All you remember is that this place, this hedge, is what separates their world from our world. So it is literally just a matter of keep moving forward, even though it will hurt.
Alright. Spend another point of glamour for some extra strength. Trudge through.
Okay. The brambles whip and tear at you. Thousands of pinpricks lacerate your skin, even if it is only ever so slightly. A millimeter deep cut still bleeds profusely. You walk on, lost from each other. All you can hear are each other's ambient screams. Ever so often, roars of agony mixed with sweet tangs of each other's fear. For though you are powerful creatures, you still know how to be afraid. You still know that here there be monsters. Until, after what seems an agonizing eternity, you look up, and in a place where once there was miasma sky above, you see stars smiling down on you. Heroic effort. You fall bleeding from onto soft.
You cut out the end there, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, how far into my diatribe did you get?
You fall down.
Oh, you fall down onto soft, welcoming grass.
Ugh.
PJ?
Yeah.
A few moments later, you will emerge beside him, as you had been when you pushed first through into the brambles. And you will also greet the ground, feeling its soft, welcoming embrace, the dew of the early evening soothing your cuts and your bruises.
Assuming that he's wearing what he went in, there's some extremely tight clothes because he went in when he was much younger. And he says, "Oh man, where are we? All I remember you saying was Massachusetts, and I know that's a state."
I'll look around. Are we in where we want to be?
You are standing currently in the large park area that is in the middle of Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, this looks about right. Oh, well, it's been a while. I don't know if I remember that. Yep. Well, my house is this way.
Oh, hey,
Or
can I come with?
maybe it's this way.
Will your mom be bad if I come over?
Um, I don't know how long we've been in there. Mom might be in a nursing home, but I don't live with my mother. I live with my wife and kids.
Oh. Oh, man. You were really old.
I was 28. I don't know how old I am now. It must be close to 400.
Oh.
Time is such an interesting thing, wouldn't you agree, my friend? A very calm voice says from up ahead.
Oh, this nearly like 7 foot tall homeless looking gentleman turns to the guy who's talking.
You see a tall man dressed in. He's dressed kind of eccentrically in the sense that almost like he should have come out of but the costume is made of high quality material. He's wearing a large silver belt. He's wearing a large belt with a silver buckle that has various things inscribed on it. He appears to be around in his late 20s, and he is seated at a picnic table, on which he has placed a teapot and two cups facing you.
Where are you supposed to be? Huh?
Would you gentlemen care for a spot?
Jesus! Oh, 1 minute I'm tearing my way through the brambles and the screaming, running away from God knows what's in that forest now. He's asking me if I want some tea. Oh, tea. I haven't had tea in, must have been something like 328 years. No, I don't drink tea. Do I look like an Englishman to you? Or some sort of Chinaman?
Hey, listen. I don't care who you are. You're not beating me anymore. I'm not getting beat by anybody. So, I'm just going to let you know. I'll pull your guts out if you try.
Who are you talking to, me?
No, the guy. I'm not
Oh.
getting beat by anybody.
Well, you know what they say, old habits. Ain't that right, soldier?
Oh.
Unfortunately, they'll probably have us beheaded for deserting if we go back. Looks like we're stuck. Tell me, stranger, what year is it?
The year is 2015, my dear friend.
Oh, still? Gosh.
To be exact, it is the 10th of the 7th. Actually, no, it's the 9th of the 7th because, of course, we use American time.
Oh. What the hell? How is that possible? I was gone for... Well, I was fighting those guys for hundreds of years. You know how long it takes for a common troll to make his way up to a sergeant?
My clothes don't fit. We should go get new clothes.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
You're the one who how would one say, the local authorities said went missing, what was it, 3 weeks ago? By my standards?
Well, if
A
it's
month,
what
maybe?
day you said it is, yeah, it's got to be something like that.
I see.
Maybe less.
They never did find out what happened to you. And you, my friend, he says, looking at PJ. What was the last date you remember?
July 5th, 1957.
Ah, you've been dragged out of time ever so slightly, haven't you?
I think so.
Oh,
Hmm.
welcome to the new millennium there, Kedar.
What?
The new millennium.
What?
You're old enough to be my dad.
Oh. I guess. I was in there a long time. I didn't count, so I don't really know how long. But it felt like a real long time. Probably like 1,000 years or something.
Well, what do we do now there, Chinaman?
He'll kind of cock an eyebrow at the phrase Chinaman. Well, I'm merely here because of the temporal anomaly that you caused in coming home. They're rather interesting things, you understand.
What now?
Allow me to phrase it like this. You are both people out of time, in the sense of you have been in a place where time holds no truth and the laws are bent ever so slightly. An individual like myself is interested in these anomalies.
Oh, you were taken as well? You here to reintroduce us to the world or something? Some kind of greeting party? Hey,
Alright, funny clothes, man. I'm gonna go get some different clothes.
how you gonna do that? You got any of that 1950s money?
No.
Well, I got about 350.
Yeah.
Just so you know, that don't go as far as it used to.
The world is indeed a changed place, my friend, he says to PJ in a very nonchalant manner. However, if you do require sanctuary, I am capable of providing it until you figure out what you next wish to do.
You live in a church?
He'll kind of cock his head to one side and ponder that for a moment. In a manner of speaking, one might call it that, yes.
You just don't say yes or no, do you?
I often find that one should never be locked into an answer. Yes and no are so definite.
So are you a changeling like us, or we're
No,
ogres, you see?
I'm not a changeling.
Well, you're not a true fae, are you?
I'm very strong. What? Trufe? He like looks his eyes around widely and he like goes he looks like he's literally going to rip up a tree and throw it at you.
No. Also, it is ill-advised to say those words. They hear them, you see.
Well, of course they do. They hear everything. Can't even take a shit without them listening for 300 years.
I represent another power, my friend, one who is very interested in your experiences.
They heard me while I pooped.
They heard everything. Everything you ever said.
Everything you ever dreamed.
I dreamed some real bad things.
So, may I offer you a bed for the evening and a hot meal, my friends, he says as he stands.
Well,
Yeah.
was unit orders to never refuse hospitality of the locals. All right then. What are you having?
That depends. I'll see what my chef has on offer. My name is Balthazar, by the way. He'll extend his hand.
Name's Worldmaw. Olix. Olix Worldmaw.
I think it might be wise if you adapt more human names if you're going to fit in here.
All right, damn it. What was my name? He starts tapping himself on like the middle of the forehead where his third eye would be. Oh yeah, Odell. You can call me Odell.
A pleasure to meet you, Odell. And he'll shake your hand if you let him.
Yeah, I'll shake it. My hand's very strong.
And you? His is very cold.
He looks like he pulls out of his pocket a scrap of the hem of underwear, and he looks at it and he goes, "Colt Haley."
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Haley. Now,
If
gentlemen...
if you've seen other Fae, he does not look right.
Okie dokie.
He
Now,
He
gentlemen...
looks way more monstrous.
Okie dokie. It doesn't appear to phase him at all. By the way, I assume both of you have your glamours up. You haven't purposefully dropped them.
No.
Nope.
Okay. In that case, gentlemen, if you'd care to follow me, my home is not far, and needless to say, dinner will be getting cold.
All right, then. Let's hurry it up, one. If you can get this guy something to wear that ain't pinching his unit.
He's definitely awkwardly adjusting himself. Well,
I'm sure clothing can be acquired. Balthazar will calmly walk back to the park bench that he was sitting on, the picnic table that he was sitting at, rather. He will open a briefcase that he had left down beside it. He will place the teapot in the briefcase, even though it shouldn't fit, and place the cups in beside it and close the briefcase. And the briefcase will close perfectly fine.
Oh, aren't you gonna spill it?
No.
Oh.
he's like, he says, "You said you weren't a Fae. You're doing magic stuff. Should I hit him with a tree?"
I'm not a Fae, my friend.
No, you shouldn't hit him with a tree. You don't have to ask me for permission to do everything now that we're out here. Well, I'm just a regular dude. Like you. Except I got clothes to shit.
You work on a farm?
Me?
Yeah. You said you were a dude.
Yeah, I'm a regular guy.
Oh.
Dude doesn't. What are you talking about? Dude doesn't mean farmer.
Yeah, you're a dude rancher.
We're in goddamn Massachusetts. Ain't a dude ranch around here.
But to answer your question, my friend, I'm most certainly not one of the masters, he says with a smile. Though I have picked up a few tricks here and there.
No, that's a good trick.
Thank you. He will take his briefcase and hold it by his side. Would you care to follow me, gentlemen?
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Sure.
and by the way, before I forget to say it, welcome home.
Thanks.
Well, this isn't my home, but it's fine.
Well, until you find whatever senior living facility everyone you ever met's living at is your new home now.
Okay.
And I think we'll call it there, gentlemen, as we all walk out of the park.